6 months ago, I handed over the leadership of my business, and I even gave up drinking to go all out on my passion project. I'm going to build a portfolio of 100 units from scratch, starting this January 2025. More on that later. Hey everyone, I'm Madge. In my career, I have personally and professionally developed over £150 million of property. Plus, I built super homes for the rich and famous across the UK, the USA, and in the Med. The journey of how I got here starts with a small 80k studio in North London. I went to university at UCL. I didn't do anything property related. I wish I did. I knew I always wanted to be a developer, and I knew if I wanted to be a developer, I really needed to understand values. I needed to understand them better than anyone else. How are properties valued in the real world? What actually makes a property sell or let? What holds it back? And what makes it fly off the shelf? So I went to work for Ludlow Thompson, selling homes and buy-to-lets. For any aspiring developer, I'd strongly recommend getting estate agency experience. It's invaluable real-world property experience. My first foray into development was in my mid-20s at the Savills property auction in London's Grosvenor Square. We bought that studio I mentioned in Highbury for 80k. As soon as the hammer came down, I was shitting myself. But I converted it into a one-bed and I resold it a few months later for 180k. To do the deal, I borrowed the seed capital from my dad, so I split the profits with him. But even with that, I made about 60k profits in a few months in my early 20s. That was everything I needed. I was hooked. Then I found a derelict small house in Dulwich. I bought that for just under 200k, refurbished it and resold it for 370. This time I made over 100k profit. I should mention that same house is probably worth about £1 million today. I wish I'd never sold it. Now I was ready to do bigger deals, and the focus moved into the heart of London, Mayfair to be exact. We found a penthouse near St James's Square with a rare 4-year lease. It was high risk and no bank would finance it, so I had to raise every penny of the 400k purchase price myself. I was in my late 20s at the time, and looking back, I can't believe the friends and family who trusted me. But the terms I offered them were solid, a 50% return after 2.5 years. And I delivered. But just a few months after we bought that penthouse, the 2008 global crash hit, and we were relying on the finance to extend the lease of that property. So we had to pause it and reconfigure everything. I ended up moving into that penthouse and renting it out to young professionals working in Mayfair, a bit like a posh HMO. I'll do another video on this development in full, but we eventually sold it for 3.8 million, netting a profit of 1.5. Now we were bloody flying. Over the next 8 years, we bought, developed and sold another 12 projects like that around central London. Here we are in Belgravia. Most of the deals that we did during my time were here. Here's number 80, we did that one. We did one down there that we sold to a Malaysian princess. We did a house down here at the end. Did a couple of Muse houses off Eaton Square. Set 2 price records on this street. Done that one. Done that one. A lot of history for me on the street. Then came the 2018 EU referendum, and we had to pause all new acquisitions. At the time, I saw there was another opportunity in the market, a gap for a super prime contractor who delivered top quality work, top quality service, no matter what the scale. So that's when I founded the Better Home Company. Since then, we've completed tens of millions of pounds worth of contracts with private clients, family offices, royal families, 3 of them, and billionaires across the globe. Right now we're working on a mansion in Notting Hill, a family home in Chelsea, and a cliffside beach house in the Algarve. In January 2025, I'm setting myself a new challenge, to build a rental portfolio of 100 units, offering affordable, high quality, low carbon homes for families across the UK. And what's even more exciting, at least I think so, is that I'm not going to use any of my own money. I'm going to partner with investors. I'm just going to use the skills that I've learned along the way, because I want to prove to anyone that you can do it if you know how. If this sort of thing interests you, there's a link in my description where you can join my mailing list. I'll keep you updated on the journey, the ups and the downs, the highs and the lows. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.